Hi, I'm Mike Miller. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for watching. My show today includes a visit out to Indian Trail Recording in Crum, Texas, run by Harvey Gerst. I've been hearing about this for quite a while and began to research it and contacted them, and I appreciated them letting me come out to do some filming. The day that I filmed, local artist, singer-songwriter Rachel Yates was out there doing some recording with one of her songs. We have some footage of that. Harvey has been around a long time. He was a co-writer on 2 songs that were released by the Byrds on the Turn, Turn, Turn album, and he designs equipment and has worked for many major companies like JBL, Charvel, Fender Rhodes, and so on. And I hope you enjoy this video and check out their website for a lot more information about Indian Trail Recording Studio in Crum, Texas. Hope you enjoy the show, and thanks for watching.
See, I still gotta get mics set up. And I don't know who wants to sit or stand.
Sweetwater.
The first Wood Evans, he said she was on par with Janice.
And then he
opened it. They opened Woodstock.
They opened
the
Woodstock.
first one.
Harvey was playing with them.
No, Harvey did not want to go to Woodstock.
Yeah.
Because he's got them their first contract, both playing with them every now and then, but also got them their contract and toured with them and road managed them and stuff like that. Sweetwater. Well, what happened? Nancy Nevins was in this awful car wreck.
Oh.
And that's what, that's why you don't know her name like Janis Joplin or something, because about killed her.
Oh,
she was in the hospital for many, many years.
And the band didn't really play much more.
Right.
But he wrote these 2 songs, Please Let Me Love You and Don't Be Long, with...
which is also called It Won't Be Wrong.
Really?
It's got 2 names,
Really?
which is very confusing. But yeah.
That was with the Byrds members?
That was with Jim and Gwen.
Roger McGuinn.
Well, it was Jim at the time.
I know what's his real name.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess he thinks of him, I guess he does think of him as Roger now, but at the time...
Oh, they weren't brothers. That's the same person.
Same person.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jim McGuinn
Is his real name.
is his real name.
Really?
And he got into Baha'i faith and changed his name.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. This is...
And Gene Clark was their lead singer.
Really?
And he played the tambourine.
Yeah. They released those songs on Turn, Turn, Turn also?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there were several re-releases. And the singles, the first 2 singles were Please Let Me Love You and Don't Be Long, or It Won't Be Wrong, which is the same song.
Yeah.
There's a story about that, about where they recorded it. But
And he's worked for all these different companies, JBL and Fender and Rhodes. And
JBL, and he was with them from the beginning. He worked with Harold Rhodes on the Rhodes piano.
Oh, really?
3 speakers.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Trident. They were released under the Trident name.
Oh, is that
Malcolm
right?
Toft owned Trident, but
He designed the speakers and the cabinets, or?
yeah, he came. Yeah, he basically designed it, and he got a good friend of his that he really likes, his electronic engineering, that designed the power amp.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When he had the crossovers, and I mean, we got a pair in there. We'll show you.
Really?
We've
Yeah.
got the prototypes actually.
Oh, uh-huh.
It was originally called the Men.
Oh, really?
13 guitar players. He'd line them up. He'd tune them all. Because he had the ear, and he could tune them all real fast. Excuse me.
It's Indian Trail, singular. Not
Singular.
trails.
Okay.
This is a story that needs to be told that hadn't been told ever. If anybody ever has, he's a legend, Harvey is.
I used to see Harder Beat around. You wrote for them too?
Yeah,
Was it?
for
I wouldn't
years.
have anyone else to record me after
For musicians only.
I hated to see them go out of business. I don't suppose.
I did too. Linda just got really just tired of it, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of work for so long, for so
Yeah.
many years. But she helped a lot of people.
Oh yeah, she just was so sweet. I really liked her.
Now that was mainly for the heavy metal scene, the heavier scene.
Yeah.
Kind of heavy, harder rock.
Yep. And I think she got discouraged. What was the big building, the big venue,
Dallas.
Gentlemen's Club thing or something? It's kind of like all the venues for metal kind of disappeared.
But you've worked with the Buffalo Springfield, the Association, the Byrds, Bob Dylan.
Well, the association was originally a group called the Men, and then we were managed by Doug Weston, the owner of the Troubadour. 4 weeks in a row, and we had a lot of people that were, big fans. Bob Dylan was one of them, and big management disagreement, big fight disagreements, and some of us left the group, and the remainder became the association.
I was telling about you lining up 13 guitar players and tuning them all. You were
Yeah.
telling me about that.
And also the right angle, might go down the road, just tune them. Don't be long or it won't be wrong was the other name of the song. That was the Byrds' first two songs when they were not the Byrds, they were the Beefeaters, and they were on Electra Records.
Now, where did you record? Well, you weren't in the Byrds. You just
No.
wrote the songs
No.
with Jim.
They recorded at Jim Dixon down on pre-recording time, and then they recorded the single at Columbia.
Oh, really?
And Roger was the only one that played on the song. Everybody else was studio musicians,
Oh, yeah.
and they were signed to a one single deal.
Is
If the
that
single
right?
went anywhere, they do an album.
you.
And of course, that was Mr. Tambourine Man, and it went somewhere.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Did you grow up in Southern California?
Yeah, we moved there from Chicago when I was about 10, about 30 years there.
Really? The music scene was really booming and taking off.
Yeah,
those
it was.
years.
Well, it was all folk. Roger McGuinn played for the Chad Mitchell Trio, Judy Collins, and what was that group? Mind Brothers.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he was one of the musicians for the Mind Brothers. In fact, the only other musician for the Mind Brothers. And then when the Beatles hit, it seemed like McGuinn and I were the only two people in the folk music scene that really loved what they were doing. And we started at the Troubadour at the bar, and we were sitting there, and I was looking for a song that he had done with Judy Collins, an old folk song, and he didn't remember the words, but he remembered the chords, and he was very influenced by the Beatles and started playing it in the Beatles style. I said, wow, that'd be a great rock and roll song. We wrote the words out to Don't Be Wrong, or Won't Be Wrong, and we did Please Let Me Love You in about another 5 minutes.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then I was in Men, and he went and got Gene Park and David Crosby, and the rest is history.
Yeah. And those songs were released on Turn, Turn, Turn also?
It Won't Be Wrong was released. They were on Electra as Beefeaters, and they had the rights to Please Let Me Love You and Don't Be Long. In return for keeping the rights to Please Let Me Love You, they let the Byrds out of their contract with Electra, and So they had the rights to re-record Don't Be Long with Won't Be Long. That's what happened there. And that was the second song on the Turn 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 album. But that was actually the first song they ever recorded.
I guess there's always a lot of legal restrictions involved
Oh,
with
yeah.
the music business once you're writing songs and records are selling. And
Now, oddly enough, I didn't know anything about it. I mean, we'd written the songs, and I saw Gene a few times, or I saw Roger a few times, and the next thing I know, he's got the Birds, and I'm driving down the road, and they're playing the Turn 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 album, and I hear It Won't Be Wrong. Don't Be Long. I never had a, big accident. I had to pull over and just stop and, whoa, registered them under his name and mine. And then Gene Clark had this gorgeous bridge to Please Let Me Love You, and so he got writing credit.
so then you opened up this studio here, and you've done recording and engineering for a lot of people over the years here at this location.
Oh yeah. Well, you see all the records on the wall, and there's probably
A lot.
that many more that could go up.
Yeah.
Of course, my son Alex, who has a studio now in Carrollton, he's the big star of the show. I mean, he's recording all the major groups in North Texas.
He won Producer of the Year, Dallas Fort Worth Producer of the Year.
I think 4 times.
4 times. That's great. One of the bands he worked with, where he won one of those Producer of the Year awards.
Yeah.
Oh, Slow Roosevelt.
Slow
Yeah.
Roosevelt, yeah.
And he did Free Reign, which is made up of 3 of the Dallas Cowboys.
Really?
Back when they were still together, but it was Mark Colombo, Leonard Davis, and
Corey Proctor.
Corey Proctor. So they played it on the opening day of the new
We got
stadium.
we got VIP parking, and
Really?
they had a huge screen, and that was the opening thing. And there's Free Reign doing that song they did out here, and
That's
it
great.
was and their heads
they
would
barely
almost
did
brush
do
the
it.
ceiling.
Yeah, big guys, yeah.
Oh, we've had a lot of interesting, fun, crazy things happen out here.
I'm sure. What do you feel like when musicians approach you and they have songs they want to record? And I guess you've had all kinds of different music over the years, but what has been your experience of what really makes a successful song, or one comes kind of a hit?
Oh gosh, there's several parts to it. One, does the song have a general appeal to a large audience? 2, is it catchy and relatively short? And 3, what kind of marketing do they have available? Because today, it's all about marketing. You can't hardly get a record played in Dallas or Fort Worth, because the bulk of the major channels, radio channels, are owned by one company, Clear Channel, out of Iowa or Nebraska or somewhere. They determine what gets played, period.
I know.
So
They're in every major radio station in every
something
major
like
city.
1,200 major stations now in just every key market.
So people have turned to the internet and try to put their music out there just to get.
Yeah, but even there, how are you going to get to the bulk of the people on the internet?
Yeah.
It's really difficult these days. That's why things like American Idol and some of these shows are amazing shows for record companies, because before they even have a hit or anything, they can gauge the public's reaction to the artist. And I'd say by the second show, they're already signed to a recording contract. For probably not that much money, mostly in favor of the recording company, but at least they've got the exposure and they know the first song is going to be at least $500,000 to $1 million seller. Well, it's great for the record companies. They don't have to put out any money to advertise them.
That's right. I used to enjoy watching Star Surge with Ed McMahon and Star
Yeah.
Surge. Now it's kind of mushroomed out, I guess.
How the reality shows are it's so much cheaper to do a reality show than to produce a show with scripted and everything.
Oh yeah. Just go in there and start filming.
Yep.
You were reading about in the Fort Worth Weekly.
Yeah.
Vintage guitar magazine you guys were talking about.
Oh yeah. After I left Acoustic Control, I started a company called Delta Products, and I wanted to design a tube amplifier because Acoustic Control said we're never going to put out a tube amp. Solid state. Eventually they did put out a tube amp. But in the meantime, I went ahead and designed this ultimate tube amplifier, and they had some, major people that really loved it.
So your daughter.
And an article's coming out next month. And
Yeah, it's coming out like this February.
Hi.
Hey, Harvey.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna be in control.
There's a
with
guy
you.
named Carl. Used to live over
Okay.
there. Carl.
That's fine.
Okay.
Cool. Hi, Mike.
hi, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
Is Crum growing much?
It's growing a little bit. We're still in the sticks.
Yeah. That's a good place to be, though.
Yeah. We don't have anybody that's bothered by the music.
Yeah.
Friend next door, Nick, he plays guitar and on the square. And,
Yeah.
we just get out so often. Guy down the road, Kempery, he plays guitar, so we get together a lot.
That's good. It's good to get along with your neighbors.
And Gene, we
Wouldn't he your
invited
brother-in-law
him
or
to stay here. Gene is an amazing guitar player. He's played with every bluegrass group there is.
Marty? I know
Killer bass player, and
my mother-in-law worked with him, and he worked out there.
he's just killer.
Years.
What all does a road manager really do?
Nothing for now. I know
Well,
that name.
you-
I can't put a face to it.
When you get to the gigs, you make sure that they've got hotel rooms. They're all there and accounted for. Make sure the amps are all set up and ready to go. Somewhere in the middle of the gig, you make sure you picked up the money that's due you.
I just messaged her
And,
about 3 or 4 months ago.
And pack them up for the next gig.
Yeah.
So they Sweetwater open for
It's a good one, too.
Eric Burden and the Animals.
Really?
I like it.
Jimi Hendrix. Or with the Ronstadt. A lot of
Lambert's up there.
and
That's how you made a lot of people like Hendrix.
yeah, well,
Opening for that.
Hendrix, he was left-handed, and so am I. And he bought some of the acoustic amps. He was having problems, heavy strings, off the neck. I went and got mine, which was a Black Widow guitar that I designed. He fell in love with that, and when I wrote the first 2 songs for the Birds, I got hired as a writer by Graham Stone, Charlie Green.
Her husband, Ben, yeah. He's good.
Yeah, that picture in there of Buffalo Springfield is the next to the last show they ever did.
Yeah.
With Buffalo Springfield. Richie Furay.
Oh, yeah.
Southern Hillman and Furay. That was Chris Hillman.
So this tree across on the mountain, that's where he put his ashes.
Richie is the singer.
Yeah.
Like this on the ashes.
So they all kind of went their way, but into, became major groups.
They put a lot of records out.
People that have their work cut out.
Huh?
People that have their work cut out.
Gonna be a breeze.
What kind of mic do you use?
In this case, I'm be using some 5 9-amp microphones, a little tiny things. They're omnidirectional, and I use them on Joe Hood's albums, and I got really great results. So I'm not spoiling them, go with what I know works.
That pink wasn't there.
And then I'll use a big mic on the board. Are they about ready?
They're tuning up.
Okay, we got to set up microphones.
How does it end? I don't even know. I know that, but talk again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Talk. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I mean, unless it bothers you, it's good with me.
Hey, if your headphone volume is too high or too low, do thumbs up or thumbs down.
Gotcha.
Wait, this means too high? No, this
Yeah.
means go down.
That
Okay,
means go
let's-
down.
Go
That
down.
means
Let's start with
Go down.
the bass, the hair
Okay.
level on the bass. Okay, let's add banjo and bass.